Moving to our next update, another Destiny update, the weapon change preview. There has been some significant work that has been done that will release in Season 21, Season of the Deep, on inspection screen improvements, weapon changes preview, which is what we have been provided in this last week for updates, and also changes made to field of view and reticles on weapons, specifically displaying and showing more information that you would not see initially through the reticle. And there are quite a few weapons that have had changes, and also swords as well that have had some changes. At least one sword here that I am seeing in the list.
I've got one question altogether.
Yes.
Who's playing on the bottom screen?
This is a video that was provided by Bungie to show off the new reticle system.
So that's what are they doing? They suck that bad, or what's going on? Like, what
I think it's a matter of just trying to show the information available when using the reticle and field of view.
They should have done a better job. My God.
Take it up with Bungie.
Jesus.
Yeah, take it up with Bungie. But I will say in the top of the screen here, you can see an improved inspection screen.
Yeah.
And then the bottom video that you were seeing is the information available through the reticle. And as far as...
They needed to hire me or Days to do that bottom screen stuff. Holy Lord.
Well, are we seeing information? I'm only on my phone here. Are we seeing information that's valuable in that regard?
No, I'm with Nick. I mean, there's no valuable information here. So again, this is
accurate. So the biggest changes are when you're not aimed in. So that reticle on the center of your screen is actually changing depending on the weapon that you have, and that's kind of new.
Okay, if they're specifically focusing on that, then I see that. I see what you mean. I see how that when I aim in, the reticle does change, but I'm still focusing on the bot work that whoever is doing this.
Yeah.
It's hard to get away from the bot work that is doing this.
A list of weapons that are getting updates are, overall, we're going to see rebuilt reticles for the fusion rifle, the hand cannon, the sidearm, and the trace rifle. Sword reticles will now show in the new season. We'll show the current sword guard energy. Fusion rifles will have a charge meter under the reticle as well. Specific weapons getting updates are Devil's Ruin, Salvation's Grip, Grand Overture. If any of these stand out as a weapon you use, then feel free to...
I bet you that vertical change is specific on a perk, too, that you get on that gun.
Which one?
Any of the weapons, I bet you that vertical change is specific towards a specific perk that you have. So if you have a perk that is, sniper...
Yeah, the charge meter is coming to the Devil's Ruin, Salvation's Grip, and Grand Overture. That's going to be
right
with the reticle. Those are exotics.
I ain't gonna just
so so remember how a lot of the reticles for the exotics would show things like your ammo count. It would have like when you're charging it, part of the reticle would shift. So instead of it being specific to certain exotics, they've decided to implement that across the board. So if you look closely at a lot of these things, so you see the arrow count underneath for that quiver. When he's shooting with the shotgun, you can see the slug count underneath the reticle. And then with the fusion rifle, you can see when he charges up the fusion rifle, there's a red bar that goes up both sides of the reticle.
And that information is important, right? You can't go fighting, numerous enemies when you've got one quiver left.
It's a good what was it? Change of life kind of update, but as far as bows and everything,
quality of life,
you have unlimited.
So
yeah. You have included. I mean, for bows and stuff, if you're using a bow, you have unlimited ammo, anyways. And that might change with the. I don't know.
With kinetic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, not the.
Yeah,
the
well, no.
ones.
Any bows. Even,
any bow?
Even
okay.
energy. Even energy bows.
Even
now,
energy.
the only
Okay.
bow that you would have. Is there a heavy bow? I don't think there is.
Yeah, it's the Leviathan's breath. No, whatever it is. But there is one heavy bow.
Yeah, but that's the only bow that I know of. Or I thought before he said that, I'm like, there is something that runs off of some kind of heavy. Other than that, bow wise, it's infinite ammo. You don't have to worry about that. But like Brian is saying, this is kind of showing you just how the different reticles work. Whenever you're aiming in, when you see an enemy, when an enemy's in the proximity of your scope and everything else.
Yeah, but you're getting information, right? How much ammo or energy is available. So if you're a stronger opponent and you need to, hold, I guess, your bow back to build the energy up to have some more power behind it, right? You'll have the information to know how long until you have a shot.
See, that's just the thing, though. It's more of a quality of life change than it is a real player change, because most of the people who have played this game for years and years and years, they know these weapons very, very well, unless these are new weapons with new bows, new charge times, new everything else. Most people that know this game can do this stuff without any of that.
Right.
They just have they have the timing down. But again, new players, this might be really, really well. I mean, really nice.
If I can jump in here, gentlemen, the reason that Bungie is introducing these new changes to the reticle and whatnot is because they have taken into account feedback from players for this. Now, whether those are newer players or older players, I can't say, because the This Week at Bungie article update did not say that. But the feedback conveyed that there is too little of information available with the reticles, and players, generally speaking, have wanted more. Anyways, let me go to Brian. Thoughts?
I want to see it glitch out with Risk Runner.
Okay. Well, you heard it here on the channel. Glitch out with Risk Runner.
That would be the weapon that it would absolutely screw up on. Arc everywhere. Nope, ain't gonna work.
We have recently come to understand that the Risk Runner does not work with the new reticle system. Therefore, we will be removing it from the game and to bring it back at a later time.
Is that not Destiny's MO?
We
added this. It didn't work out right. Sorry, y'all. We're gonna take that away.
in the update, the Risk Runner. I'm glad you mentioned that, Brian. The Risk Runner is not mentioned.
That's my gun.
Yeah.
So of course you love the Risk Runner.
So Brian,
you're with something. Trinity Ghoul. There's your Trinity Ghoul right there.
That's my favorite.
Unfortunately, the guy, whoever this Bungie guy is, absolutely is a bot. But
we need to write Bungie a letter. Say Jay is dying to know. We need to talk about special guests. I want him or her as a special guest on the show.
I want a 1v1 and whoever the heck this is, because I mean this is gonna make it look funny.
Well, I think it's only meant as a tutorial.
I know, but I mean I gotta have fun with it.
As an advanced player as yourself, I can see how you think to yourself, can I be a little more impressed?
I'm always looking for the next step for Destiny, because it's one of the games that I absolutely love.
They should put like a zombie mode.
Oh God, no.
Unlimited enemies.
Well,
a horde mode.
What's the Halloween event then?
And increasing difficulty though every round.
I mean, they have increasing difficulty for basically, if you get up to the actual end player game stuff, it is increasingly more difficult. But it is just, in order to get to that end game material, you're playing, like Brian had previously stated before, you're playing the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again to get there. Once you get to that end game stuff, it actually becomes a lot more fun, a lot more difficult, and like Nick said, the more challenging it is, you don't want to go into it. The more disappointed you get, the better the game actually is. But Destiny is one of those games where you have to get to a certain point to get there first.
Right. Now, I was going to add the information you're getting in that new visual, right, which is trying to help out new players. If that helped out the new players to give them the information to equal the playing field, because one thing you don't want to see is new players leave because they're always picked on and weaker, right? You want to increase the competition, and that competition tends to drive your scores and your fun up, right? So
Right. The more a game essentially, excuse my language, pisses you off, the more you want to actually engage in that game.
Yeah.
yes,
Reverse psychology there.
Front software.
We're getting to a segment that's relevant to From Software. You just wait, Kumar.
So, Kumar.
It's your opinion. All right. I think
He hasn't played Bloodborne.
Oh, Bloodborne. My ultimate all-time favorite game. Actually, the channel and the logo, I don't know if you've looked at it in depth, but the Bloodborne game, it inspired the channel and it inspired the logo. Because in the game, you look to discover insight as you go through Yharnam. The more insight you have, the more you see of Yharnam.
Joe,
that is
please, God.
Anyway.
Move to the next scene.
Next
I can't
segment.
stand watching this guy no more.
Chase, about
I mean, I dude, I literally, I don't know, find out what Bungie operative did this. I'm gonna call him out in public and be like, dude, please.
This is a YouTube. I will send you the link. Put a comment.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll send this after the show. I will send it to you. All right, that is our update for the Weapon Changes preview on Destiny coming to Season 21, Season of the Deep.